When I was 11 years old, I was severely bullied. Every single day, I would wake up in fear, and I would wake up in fear that people were going to pick on me at school, and fear that people were going to beat me at school, and I thought it was never going to end. When I was 12 years old, this is when it got real. I had to file restraining orders on people. I had to file lawsuits against people because, at the end of the day, your feelings are the things that matter. It eventually escalated to the highest extent to where I would trap myself in my room 12 hours a day, not eat, not drink, not talk to any of my family members, and just sit in my own sorrow feeling. This eventually escalated to the point where I was self-harming. I was not taking care of myself. I was very self-conscious. I didn't want anyone to see me. I didn't want anyone to talk to me or even look at me. I was very, very, very intimidated by everyone. I locked myself in my room and started making YouTube videos. I made my first video, then my second, then my third, then my fourth, and soon enough I started gaining a following on YouTube because people knew the way I talked, people knew the way I acted, and it was an escape for me. When people found out that I was only 14, this is when hit the fan. It was crazy, not from boys, but from young girls my age. I realized I had a voice, a point of view, and I could also earn a living about posting my videos, which was the most insane thing because when I first started YouTube, I didn't even know you could make a dime. My parents found out when we were in a supermarket and one of my followers recognized me. This is when the cat was out of the bag. I had to tell my parents what I was doing and that people were following me and people looked up to me. They took it literally and thought people were actually following me, LOL. Now I've come to the realization that I can do much more than earn a good living with my social media accounts, but I can tell my story so other young girls and boys and LGBT friends know they too have a voice and people will listen and people are not victims. We are strong, powerful souls that can handle a lot. I don't have any answers or solutions that will stop bullying, but I do know that for all of us that have been bullied, we must use our experience and our voice to help others. And for my brothers and sisters in the world who have experienced bullying, I found out that the only way to light up a dark room is to light a match. We can't fight darkness with darkness, only with light. Let's show love. I am Swade Brooks. Every single painful thing that happens to you in your life is to build your greatness. Before I go, I wanted to give you some statistics on bullying and suicide, which are very alarming, and I thought they would be good to just kind of add in here. Suicide is the third leading cause of death among young people, resulting in about 4,400 deaths per year. Over 14% of high school students have considered suicide and almost 7% have actually attempted it. Bullying victims are between 2 to 9 times more likely to consider suicide than non-victims.
Hi good people, today we're going to talk about bullying. What is bullying? Bullying is being mean to someone over and over again. What is bullying? Bullying is being mean to someone over and over again. Bullying often is about power. The power could be physical strength, popularity, or even have embarrassing information about someone. Bullies may use the power they have to get more power or to control someone or increase their popularity. Bullies often pick on kids who seem weaker or different or less confident. Bullying can happen anywhere, including at school, on the internet, on sport team, and even at home. Bullying is always wrong, and sometimes it is even against the law.
On May 25, 2014, Fajar Murdianto, 12 years old, a student at Klumprit 1 Elementary School in Sukoharjo, Central Java, died after being in coma for 2 weeks at a local hospital since early May. The doctor said that Fajar died of brain concussion and prior to his death, He often complained of headache and nausea. Surono, his uncle, said that before being treated at the hospital, his nephew was often beat up by his classmates. Surono added that his parents were actually suspicious after he went home with bruises, and when they asked him, the boy answered that his friends at school beat him up. He added it was only after he was treated at the hospital that he finally admitted that he had been up by his classmates ever since he was in the 5th grade. Once of Fajar, meanwhile, admitted that he often saw him beat by his schoolmates. Thank you.
Why should we stop bullying? Because we should stop physical or cyberbullying because it causes a huge impact like anxiety, depression, loneliness, eating disorders, low self-esteem, or even suicide. Bullying never solves anything and even suicide. Bullying never solves anything and happens frequently, which is wrong. People die or don't go to school because the bullying. Bullying is one of the reasons why people have social anxiety or just hate school, Hasni.
Dah. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On May 2000. Dua, tiga. The conclusion line. Tiga belum. Ya, apa-apa lah dia dulu. Nggak batuk dulu. Belum. Dah. Ini udah lo ituin. Udah, langsung mulai. Ih, lagi. Ini macam salam gak sih nih? Hasni. Enggak. Aduh, gue malu lagi. Masa ikut mau nih ya, apa-apa selesai. On May 25, 2014, Fajar Murdianto, 12 years old, a student at Complete 1 Elementary School in Sukoharjo, Central Java, died after being in coma for 2 weeks at a local hospital since early May. The doctor said that Fajar died of brain concussation. Apa sih? Concussion. So the conclusion why we should stop bullying is because